I've been eyeing the DreamBox for years and years, ever since the first version came out, and I finally decided to take the plunge. I purchased the DreamBox 3, and I'm going to walk you through my journey, plus give you an honest review. As you can see, I've accumulated a lot of craft and sewing paraphernalia and come up with a bunch of hodgepodge systems for organizing it all, including shelves and bins kind of all over the place. I really wanted an organized and inviting place to create. My first step in the DreamBox plunge was to go to the Create Room website, where I found tons of really useful information. I think the most useful part of the site for me in planning was scrolling down to the place where I could see all the dimensions. Very clearly shows the dimensions of the DreamBox, whether it is open or closed or half closed, and I especially liked knowing how much the tabletop would stick out and what the dimensions of the totes were. I then went and looked at the ordering setup and saw that whatever I selected, there'd be a picture on the left that showed me what that feature looked like, and it was just really helpful for figuring out what I wanted. Once I ordered my DreamBox, the excitement mounted, and I decided to enlist my boys in doing a craft room renovation. All that was left was to get the DreamBox, and the day finally came. A wonderful big truck arrived at my house, and the delivery man was so amazing. I can't even begin to tell you how hard he worked to get that DreamBox up my driveway, and he was just so nice and helpful. Opening that box up was super exciting, and I found everything in order and packaged amazingly well. A friend helped me carry all the small pieces up, and we set them aside in preparation for bringing the big piece up later in the day. I previously found some beautiful peel and stick vinyl, and this was the perfect chance to attach that to the doors. Later in the day, my husband and a good friend of ours were able to haul in the centerpiece. This is a huge and extremely heavy piece of furniture, and there were some prayers involved in getting that up the stairs, but they were able to get it done. It was a process assembling everything. The main frame went up really easily. All of the hinges went on and the pieces went together. Then it was time to install the dividers and shelving and tracks and decide how I wanted to organize my totes. Once everything was organized, I decided to create tote covers, and I found a Cricut cut file on a blog post. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description below. And it wasn't until the weekend that we had time to install the crown. My main creative outlet is sewing, but I also love making jewelry with clay. I love to paint and do miscellaneous art projects, and I create videos, so I needed a computer and office area. This is how I laid out my DreamBox, and I love that it's perfect for my sewing, but if I want to work on a different project, I can easily shift gears and find everything I need. With the full tote package and the setup I chose to implement, I had several extra totes which are perfect for organizing current and future projects. And I love that I can close up shop at the end of the day and close up those DreamBox doors and just enjoy how tidy and organized everything is. And this is the remarkable transformation of before and after. For my final review, I would give the DreamBox 3 a 10 out of 10 stars. It is intelligently, creatively, thoughtfully designed with attention paid to every single detail. I love that it's well made and constructed out of high quality materials. Even the packing materials are amazing quality. And I had occasion to deal with customer service and found them extremely responsive, informative, and a pleasure to work with. I'm also a huge fan of how versatile and customizable the DreamBox is. As far as cons, the DreamBox is pricey and was quite an investment. However, I do believe it was worth it. There's just so much that goes into it. If once you understand all of the details, you realize that it's a great value. The one thing I think could be improved upon are the written instructions, which are mostly diagrams, and sometimes it's hard to see how things should be oriented. However, the Create Room website is a great resource, and I also found a multitude of wonderful YouTube videos that helped us see how everything should come together. And that's my journey. I am thrilled that I decided to take it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And as always, until next time, happy sewing or happy crafting.